Overall, I actually think it was worthwhile playing, and I had a lot
Yeah.
of fun getting like that rage of like, oh, I suck at the beginning, and then that satisfaction of later on being like, oh, actually, I've kind of got this.
Good at this. Yeah. Welcome back to 128 KB. Here we are in the room of the games.
Oh yeah.
Me and Andy have just finished playing Star Fox 2 on the SNES Mini, the remade SNES.
It was amazing.
The unreleased Star Fox, and we managed to learn how to play the game, fail how to play the game, and complete the game in less than an hour and a half.
Yeah, literally all of that like in less than an hour and a half,
Which
is amazing.
Just about sums up the whole experience of Star Fox 2.
Definitely. And if you want to watch the whole thing, then make sure you go on to one of our other channels because it will be there in full.
Yes, the full gameplay and our full Twitch stream.
Yes.
Which reminds me, if you're not yet following us on Twitch, do so. It is 128KB live on Twitch TV. We stream roughly every Thursday morning, but that depends as
Something
to
like that.
when Andy's here and we can be bothered. So Andy, what's your thoughts? Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
Is it a retro game worth playing? Is it, for the game fans, is it one worth digging out?
Well, you've already hit one topic, which is we completed it in less than an hour and a half. Yeah. And I would say about 45 minutes of that was us messing around.
Yeah.
So, there is that kind of thing. So it's incredibly short in terms of like literally starting, maybe getting to terms with the controls if you're new to Star Fox, like old Star Fox, and then to completing it. So some people might think, oh, well, that's a waste of time. But then my thoughts are, well, back then, like when this was aimed at like mid-90s, that's more of the high score style arcade games.
Yeah, I hear you.
So you got to try and change your perspective, at least I think. So if you think about it don't look at it how short it is, but how much replayability there is in terms of, not getting hit or doing it as quickly as you can.
Or even putting it on like hardcore mode, which we didn't.
No, we just put it on standard, like normal mode.
Normal mode.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I'd say it's replayable. I'd happily replay the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would replay it with the aim to complete it again.
Yeah.
More of an arcadey thing. I'd pick
just
up
jump
and play
in.
it.
Just jump in and play it. Yeah, and I'd probably agree with that. I mean...
But then that's kind of, bar a few exceptions, that's retro games in a nutshell, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. This kind of arcadey style, which is what I see Star Fox as. I totally agree with you on that. I mean, it was hilarious getting used to the controls.
Horrific.
Because, when I first started, I was like, the controls are inverted, first of all.
And you can't switch that off.
You cannot change it.
You're stuck with pressing up and it going down.
Yeah, and I really don't deal well with that. I always change that if that's like enabled by default.
The thing that spins me out with inverted, I know it's supposed to mimic a joystick, but like up being down, my brain instantly goes, oh, well, right must be left.
Yes, me too.
So now I'm pressing right and I'm going, well, I'm going right.
Yep.
Well, it's only half inverted.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the thing for me. And then the other thing I noticed was, even though you're in space, you can't do like a backflip.
You kept shouting, I can't go down. I can't go down.
They would fly under me. So my natural reaction is let's look down and like turn underneath myself. I'm in space. There's no right way up.
In truth, the game mechanics are you can't go down and you can't actually go up a huge amount.
I never tried going up.
No,
I just tried to
left and right.
Yeah. So I kind of got used to that and that was okay, but the inversion really messed me up. Yeah. Like big time. I mean, the firing and stuff was fine. I mean, the hit markers were a little bit off, I would say.
Way off, yeah.
But, it's old.
and in fact, what you learn with that game is the hit markers are so off, you just end up spamming shoot the whole time.
Oh,
like an arcade game.
Yeah, if there was an accuracy counter, I'd be at like 0.5% because I was just like,
spam it
as much as I could. But in terms of actually playing and like, there was a huge difficulty curve.
Yes.
Because your enemies were either literally like a pylon in space that doesn't shoot back.
The floating pencil.
Yeah, it literally looks like a pencil. And it just sits there until you blow it up. Or you've got like multiple fighters that are quick. They can either stitch you up or they can be a little bit stupid.
Yeah,
so it's either really easy or they're very difficult. And then you've got like Pigby, is it?
Pigman.
Yeah, Pigman, that's it. And Leon.
They were hard.
They just come out of nowhere, and the first time that you encounter them, oh my days, you're just going to get annihilated.
And the mad thing is, there was those two. Then there was one right at the end, like a boss.
Yes.
Which was like Star Fox's opposite, like the Nemesis. Before you got to the final planet.
I can't remember his name. The dark Fox or something.
Yeah, he just appeared. Never saw him before.
Yeah, he just turns up. He's like, "What's up?"
He turns up. You smash him, and he was easier than Leon and the pig guy.
But I do think it's because by that point we'd progressed, and
maybe
our like level of ability had increased drastically over a short period of time. So
normally with games, they do this thing where like the opening levels are super easy.
Yeah,
so
I get you.
learn the they teach you little bits of the mechanics,
and then it gets progressively harder.
But it was like there was a difficulty level that was the same
all the way through.
So
totally,
it was a real struggle at first, and then once you broke through, it was super easy.
Yeah, almost like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So Dark Souls, like I suck at it because I've not spent the time to learn the mechanics, but I know lots of people that have played through it, and once you kind of learn the sluggish sort of thing, once you get through that, you can just complete the game.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like Star Fox. Like it was just one difficulty level from the start, and that's why it was so hard at the beginning. And then when you get to that next level, it all kind of becomes the same. But there was a really easy bit, like even easier bit.
Yeah.
Which was when
I know you're going to the same place I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like I believe, because I've not completed Star Fox 1.
Right, yeah.
I believe it's the unique aspect of Star Fox 2.
I think so. We might be talking,
If we're wrong, let us know. Because
go down there.
I hadn't played Star Fox 1 since I was a kid, and I always sucked. I never got past the learning curve.
Same.
So I don't know if the walkers or they're like AT-ATs.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, from
So
Star Wars.
There's certain levels you land on a carrier two times.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah, and they're constantly trying to blow up the planet. That's like the aim is to stop them going to the planet.
And it happens again later on, but you have the ability to turn your plane or spaceship into like a Star Wars style mech warrior.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Because I think
kick ass at that point.
It's pretty sweet. I mean, I think it's called the Star Wing. I think Star Fox is
okay.
Like spacecraft is called.
Get you knowing the terminology.
I think it's called the Star Wing. I might be totally wrong. Correct me down there. But it just kind of morphs into this little thing with shoes on, which I found really funny because spaceship with shoes. It was great.
It did actually have shoes.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they're like little polygon shoes. I think it was just the tips of the wings. But then you can control it, and we didn't realize that you could change the angle.
Yeah.
So we were just running forward and strafing left and right and shooting. And then I was like, why is it slightly off center? And I'd clearly tapped one of the shoulder buttons, the L or the R, control like the angle.
So you're like walking like...
Yeah, so I was like
the whole time.
shuffling at an angle. I was like, this is really weird, like spinning me out because I'm like 5 degrees off like all the time. And then I realized I just hit the bumper by accident.
But those levels, I think in total there was like 3 or 4 once you get to the end of the game.
Yeah.
They were super easy, to be fair.
Yeah, they were.
But that made them a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were really fun, yeah.
And I would actually say they were the best part of the game.
Yeah, that's probably the thing I enjoyed the most, just because I know Star Fox is flying through space, just shooting stuff.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, that's great. And I'm glad that this still had that. But in terms of something new to experience, that really captivated me because I wasn't expecting it. I thought it would just be space only. But as soon as you sort of morphed into that other sort of version, it was like, oh, wow, like this, I was not expecting this.
There was one thing that was completely different as well from my memories of Star Fox 1. And that was Star Fox had you flying like on a planet and like through obstacles. And it was kind of like half flying platformer and half shooter.
Yeah, I get you. So you're flying through things.
Like corridor kind of style flying.
Yeah.
And this was, you're just in space the whole time.
Totally in space, yeah.
And you didn't really have to avoid, there was the odd asteroid and stuff you had to avoid.
Yeah, or when you were going for one of those big, like, I can't think what they're called, transporters. Carrier things, yeah. There was the odd like, almost L or J style
and you
things
could just
floating.
Smash boost and fly past.
You could literally just, where the game drops you, just fly forward and you won't get a hit. Like
just hit the boost button.
Yeah, hit the boost button.
And that's the other thing with those, because they're kind of like boss levels.
Yeah.
They had loads of like small enemies to block your way that you could get distracted with. Or you can just boost past them and get right to the end.
That's it. Just fly right past them. Press Y, hold Y.
Maybe that gets harder on the harder levels.
Yeah,
like
and
the harder settings.
Yeah, and I suppose if you want to make it more difficult for yourself, then you can go out of your way to make sure you kill all of those.
Yeah.
And stuff. If you've got enough time from it, like, going across the map towards the planet, which it will eventually just explode.
Oh yeah, so we
totally
didn't know that they tell you need to protect the planet and stuff, but we just thought, well, that's just the story.
Yeah, we just thought, oh yeah, well, there's no time limit or anything.
Yeah,
like,
so we're like merrily going around the map,
doing what we want. Yeah.
Oh, let's try and get to the other carrier. That was fun. And the next thing, the planet blows up behind us, and it's game over.
Yeah.
But yeah, in all, like I really enjoyed the experience. The fact that it was so short was surprising, but not necessarily detracting from the experience.
No. And I think as a whole, it kind of worked quite well. There's enough level of ease and difficulty and enough variation between enemies and the level type of being in space and then flying through these carriers.
Yeah.
The final boss was so easy.
Oh,
like, just shoot me in the eyeballs.
You didn't even shoot me.
I don't do anything. No, you dodged all of it. So
is that what was happening?
I'm pretty
I wasn't trying to dodge it. I was just trying to shoot him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did shoot you, but it was just so easy to dodge. You were just missing it with that.
Him.
Yeah. But there we go. But I overall think it was actually quite good. It was quite worth it. If you don't want to play it yourself, then go watch our entire playthrough or our
it's quite
stream. Yeah, because it is quite short.
Complete the whole game with us.
Definitely. But yeah, overall, I actually think it was worthwhile playing, and I had a lot of fun getting like that rage of like, oh, I suck at the beginning, and then that satisfaction of later on being like, oh, actually, I've kind of got this.
Good at this. Yeah. It's I guess the other thing as well, because it was on the SNES Mini, the emulation is pretty good. It didn't feel clunky. The graphics or how the graphics were displayed on a modern screen, really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
And the controls, because the SNES Mini has the remade SNES controllers.
Yes.
Like the controls felt perfect.
Yeah, the same shape and everything.
Yeah.
Like, really nice.
Because quite often that's a problem. I know even playing PlayStation 1 games on the PS3.
Yeah.
That sometimes the controls aren't quite right.
Yeah, it doesn't click quite well, and that's the same with the Switch and playing NES or SNES.
Real bad on the SNES, on the Switch.
Yeah,
really bad.
Definitely. Like you need to have those dedicated controllers.
Yeah.
For it to feel right for me, because otherwise you just gravitate to the joystick when you need the D-pad.
Yes.
Do you know what I
Yeah. Your thumb naturally is going to that analog
and obviously
stick.
on Switch you haven't got a D-pad. You've just got those 4 stupid buttons. Unless you've got a Pro controller which does have a D-pad, but then you still not in the right angle.
That's the problem with that Pro controller, isn't it? The analog stick actually blocks the D-pad.
Yeah.
Slightly,
it cripples your thumb like a bit. Yeah, I totally agree. So yeah, it's a bit. I think it was better playing it on the SNES Mini, definitely. And like you said, seeing it on HDMI through to the TV without messing around with cables and converters.
Really nice. I'm really glad we've got the SNES Mini.
Definitely, and we're going to crack on with some more soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So what's next? What's next?
I don't know.
Do we go for Star Fox 1? Go classic?
To be fair, it probably makes sense to. We should have started with that one. But we're too hyped for Star Fox 2.
I've never played Star Fox 2.
Exactly,
Let's do it.
Maybe we should just do Star Fox 1 and complete it. Just so that so that we've done it, and then we can.
I just want to play Super Metroid.
I know, but that's technically number 3.
I know.
We need to do the other 2.
I haven't got the other 2.
Well, we both have Switches, just not here.
Yeah. Okay, I'll bring the Switch in.
There we go.
Then we'll play the other one first. But I need to get a NES controller.
Oh,
because we were just saying about it.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll sacrifice ourselves.
So that's it. That's our thoughts on Star Fox 2.
Definitely. Have you guys played it? Like, what do you think? Like, let us know down in the comments, because we'd love to hear your thoughts if you agree with us or if you just downright hated it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just hate us. I mean, that's fine
all
too.
That, definitely.
And also, let us know what game you think we should play next.
Because
we've got a few.
There is a lot.
So, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe wherever you find this or us. Yes. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you later.